Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. Before we begin the presentation, let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Ihza. I'm student of Islamic Education Department of UIN Malang. As you can see on the screen, our topic today is multicultural education. I will begin by understanding multicultural education. Then I will continue by multicultural education goals, and then finally I will give an example of multicultural education. I will be handing out copies of the PowerPoint slides at the end of my talk. There will be time for questions after my presentation. Let's get start the presentation. Multicultural education was first established in 1960 in the Americas and several Western European countries. In this part of my presentation, I would like to tell you about multicultural education. Multicultural education is a process of learning activities that forms critical awareness of ethnicity, ethnoculturalism, and ethno-religious social life in a nation. This education emphasizes social prejudice, which fosters a sense of diversity into a process towards a fair and prosperous society. Let's move on to the next point. Multicultural education aims to help to build the ideology of the Indonesian nation, where the Indonesian nation has a diversity of culture, races, ethnicities, and religions. So much for the application of multicultural education can be seen from the respect for diversity of beliefs. Students are given the freedom to read prayers according to their respective beliefs before start learning. As I mentioned later, multicultural education emphasizes that education is first and foremost how to establish communication and personal relationship between individuals and individuals, or between individuals and group. So you have heard what I have to say. What the conclusions can you take away from this? Okay, thank you all for listening. Before I stop, let me go through my main point again about multicultural education. Multicultural education is a process of learning activities that forms critical awareness of ethnicity, ethnoculturalism, and ethno-religious social life in a nation. These educations emphasize social prejudice, which foster a sense of diversity into a process towards a fair and prosperous society. Are there any questions? I have allocated time for questions in the end of the session, so we will address your idea later. Thank you all for your attention. I apologize if there are some mistakes inside the presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.